All right, obviously a huge one for us versus a really quality opponent, conference game. Thought we really played well and clean in all three phases. Obviously, there's things you always got to clean up, and it's never as good as you think after you watch it on film. But just super proud of the guys and the coaches. Man, we had a great plan in all three areas versus a quality team, and thought the crowd was awesome tonight. That was really fun to see. We play really well at home, and we're a really good football team. We're a really good football team. You can see that each and every time we play. And I thought the focus was good for 4 quarters. We played a lot of guys. A lot of guys got in there and played. So super pleased with the way we played, and we'll enjoy it and get back to work tomorrow. Questions?
You were able to really ball control in that fourth quarter, that 9-minute and 26-second drive to really just ice the game. How is that? Is that getting to be able to do that with your offense, getting able to just take the ball and watch the clock dwindle away? When it used to happen to you, now you're getting it to other teams this week and last week.
Yeah, that's what good coaching is, and good players. We had a good scheme, and you got to play complementary football, and you got to learn from your mistakes, just like the players as coaches. I always tell those guys, don't waste a mistake, and I think we've done a better job the last 2 weeks of doing that. When you get a lead and be able to run the clock a little bit and get Deion Hankins in there and get him going downhill, Lincoln Perry getting him going downhill, Jordan McLeod making great decisions, pulling the ball and getting down. I mean, y'all know this, but tonight was on offense. Besides 1 or 2 plays, man, we were really clean. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Ish rushed for over 150 yards. Jordan's 4 touchdowns, no picks, 24-29. Like, that's what it looks like, the execution and playing clean, and you got to be able to run the football. And that was something that we stressed, and I really challenged those running backs the last 2 weeks, man. We got to be able to run the football. And I thought Ish came. I told those guys, in games like this, the real guys show up to play, and he did that tonight. So super proud of him and everyone. Defense, I think that's maybe the first time in my whole career, no touchdowns. I don't know, y'all can look that up, but that was pretty impressive. Field goals aren't going to beat us, you know what I'm saying? So that was really good to see. The defense, first play of the game, they spit one, and you're like, oh, here we go again. And, we're able to respond and hold them. So just super proud of the coaches, players, everybody. That was a big-time win.
Jordan McLeod, 5 touchdowns, 4 passing, 1 rushing for him. No interceptions. It seems like you mentioned the decision making. How important? How much does that make this offense go? The right decisions.
It's everything. It's everything. The decision making. He just has to play point guard. Look at the receivers that touch the ball: Joey, Chris, Cole, J-Dub, like Bo's out there, Drew Donnelly. We got a lot of weapons and a lot of running backs that can run the ball. He just has to deliver the ball, make sound decisions, and when he runs, hey, go get what you can get and take care of yourself. So, man, he's playing at a super high level, and just really excited for him. And Coach Leftwich does a good job, a great job coaching those guys up, man. And we had a great plan. Coach Shoemaker did a great job with the run game, really challenged those guys. So I thought it was a pretty dominating performance all the way around.
The run game, obviously Ishmael, it's nice to get him cooking, but you're able to really unload some of that running back room and get Torrance Burgess out there, Hankins, who you mentioned earlier. Is when Mahdi is rolling, does it make it easier to get those guys in there, or do you need those guys rolling to get Mahdi going?
I think it's probably a little bit of both. I think anytime Ish can go like that, it just makes everything go. It really does. He's a special back, and that's what happens, man. You get in these conference games and you're going, your big-time players got to step up, and you did tonight.
Coach, last season, Arkansas State hung 77, and in tonight's game, single digits, no touchdowns. Just how proud are you for this defense, and just what did y'all do specifically to just kind of keep Arkansas at bay?
Yeah, we had a really good plan. We really did. We grinded our butts off and had put together a really good plan. I thought the defense played disciplined. I thought they were gap sound. You go back into the film last year, and it was just an uncharacteristic, like we were doing some silly things out there. And so it's just one of those games when our defense, when we communicate and we do exactly what we're coached to do, and no silly penalties. We got really good players that can affect the quarterback, and man, they got some good players, man. That Rucker, that Cross, their quarterback, their O-line, they'll probably have 2 O-linemen drafted. That's a good football team. They're going to continue to win. So that was really good to see for us to come out there and get that confidence that we needed.
Coming after that same Houston State game, team rushed for less than 100 yards, and then against Troy and Arkansas State, over 200 yards rushing. Just how y'all been able to kind of reestablish the run game over these past 2 games?
Yeah, I think it's a mindset. I think McLeod's doing a really good job of putting the backs in good decisions and with the box reads, and I think the O-line is doing a really good job of putting a hat on a hat, and we got, putting these kids in great, opportunities to go have success, and that's what good coaches got to do, and we got some really good coaches on the offensive side of the ball they're putting these guys in favorable positions, and that was an emotional win. It wasn't everyone's, I wasn't celebrating, jumping around, all that was an emotional, hard fought, grind your butt off all week, and staying up here, you don't see your kids all week, and go in there and go get a win. So just super proud of just the way the guys came out and played, because we had a great plan. We got really good players, but hey, you got to come out every Saturday and go do it. Just because you got good players and you got good scheme, don't matter. You got to go out there and do it, and that's what we challenged the guys to do, and they responded.
After how that Arkansas State game kind of went and how everything kind of snowballed, just what does it mean to get a 41-9 win? Kind of what you're saying, just getting that really big emotional win.
Yeah, it's good. It feels good and all that, but it's one of those deals where I think we're capable of doing that every week, but you got to go out there and do it. You got to put the work in on Sunday through Friday, and then come out and perform on Saturday. So I think this is a good momentum builder. Obviously going on the road and going to play a tough opponent next week. So we got to enjoy this one and flush it and learn from our mistakes and go put on another good performance.
First 2-0 start in Sun Belt play for this program. It's a small goal, but it's still a little something. Is that nice to hear, another accomplishment like that?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, we got a good team. We just got to keep on stacking wins. We really do. I think some of the early stumbles maybe, and you kind of look kind of the way around the country, kind of see how teams are playing. I mean, we got a really good team, and I think those games, as bad as it hurts, is that we learned something from it, and we're going to be better from it. And it's a new season. Once conference started, you got to flush the non-conference and just focus on conference. And hey, this conference is wide open now. I mean, you look around the conference. I mean, it's a really tough conference with really good teams, really good coaches, and we just got to keep on going 1-0 and look up at the end of this thing and see what happens.
We saw Ben Bell come back. He got a lot of good pressure. Just what you thought of his performance, and just him being back on the defensive line?
Yeah. Ben's a great player, and he's a warrior. Love that kid, like a son. So no, he's he enjoyed this one, and we'll keep on going week to week and see what that looks like.
Was there any kind of snap count for him, making sure he doesn't rehash any injuries or?
No. We wanted him to go out there and go, and we needed to win this one. So it doesn't matter who it is, McLeod, Ish, doesn't matter, whatever it takes to win.
Sellout crowd with over 28,000 fans. I think through 4 games there's been over 100,000 Texas State fans packed Bobcat Stadium. Just wasn't being that have so many people come and attend these games, and now it's become like a real home field advantage.
No, it really is a real home field advantage. Just talking about conference play, every one of these games is going to be tough. 4-quarter game, so anytime you can have your fans come out and support like that, it's huge. Hats off to the administration, and you put an exciting brand of football and you go out there and win, people are going to come watch you. So super excited for our guys, and that's what it's about. I mean, we had over 100 recruits here today. We had multiple official visits, and this is a big time environment for these guys to see. Like, I want to go to Texas State and play in that offense. I want to go be a D lineman in that scheme and go get after the quarterback and get picks and celebrate. Like, that's what it's about, and the fans enjoy that too. Like, that's what it is. Like, you can put a good product on the field, you go win ball games, they're going to come out. You don't, they're not. So.